All right, so at the center we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So this doesn't necessarily mean like when it's reversed that there's no happiness, there's no emotional satisfaction whatsoever. It still means that it's there. It's still there, but the way of getting there might not feel as organic. Like this, it could take a lot of work to get to this space, and so you're going to have to really work at it to get to an emotional comfort this month. But it's very capable. It's just you're going to have to go about it a little bit. You're going to have to go after it instead of it just being readily available. So if you want that contentment, if you want, that joy in your life, don't just sit back. Don't rest your laurels. Go out and seek it because it's there. It's there for you. In the love sector, we have the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and then the Eight of Swords reversed. So I feel like you got those who are in an established relationship, who are married or have a long-term partner. You guys could be deciding to move it in a different direction. So those who have been together for a long time might want to get married, or those who are already married might want to like move across the country, something like that. And one person is really gung-ho about it and is excited about it and just ready to jump in without even looking at any of the details. And the other's very hesitant and not sure about it at all and confused actually by what's going on. It doesn't seem like a good idea to them, but they don't know why. They can't put their finger on it. They're just like, this doesn't feel right. Mentally, I can't wrap my mind around it. I can't see myself doing that. So it's like, one person might be ready to get married, the other person is just not feeling it. One person might want to have children, the other person saying it's not time. So it's that kind of feeling of, this very major shift in your life. But you guys aren't on the same page about it. So yeah, definitely talk to each other about it. And I would say you don't need to make a decision. You don't need to make a decision this month. This is probably, this is not probably, this is absolutely linked to the reverse Ten of Cups. You will come to a positive outcome, but you have to work together on it. You have to give a little, take a little, instead of moving to 100,000 miles away. Just because it sounds exciting, why don't you move to another city, within range of your work or something? Try to see if you can't work things around, instead of having a baby, get a dog, things like that. So you can kind of work towards this happiness, and so you can kind of dabble your feet in it a little bit more, while the other person can just go for it, gung-ho, they want to go for it, but it'll give them something to work on, since they're chomping at the bit to go forward, and vice versa. If you're ready to go forward, rein it in a little bit and work together to try to find the happiness for both of you. In family, we have the Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, and then the Guide. The Nine of Swords is reversed. So you're having to make decisions, and I always find this so fascinating. The love and the family are usually very much linked together, and it bleeds into one another because your loved one is part of your family. But this could be extended family too. This is also community. But here we have that there are some decisions to be made, and you just what the decision needs to be, but you're not excited about it, and it's what you need to do, and you're actually very clear about it, but you're hesitant to actually carry through with it because you feel like it could cause pain to somebody around you. But if you are living in your truth, and you have the Guide here, so it's shining light in the darkness, okay? The Guide knows. The Guide is, this sage wisdom that is burning inside of you. So you know where you need to go. You know what you need to do. And it has to do with family. So if it's I mean, like it could be as simple as, Thanksgiving in America, Thanksgiving is coming up. And, you might have one family member who wants you to come to their Thanksgiving, and then another family member who wants you to come to their Thanksgiving, and you can't decide which one to do. So you decide not to do either one and have pizza at home, kind of thing, or you decide to go with some friends, close to you, whatever. But like you're very clear about what you need and want and what will be the best decision, but you're just, dragging your feet doing it because someone is bound to get offended. And it could be as big as, yes, it's time for you to move. It's time for you to move and go somewhere else, but somebody doesn't want to move with you. And so you feel like, well, I know this is going to hurt them, but I need to go. I need to go and do this. So, I mean, in this situation, again, I'm coming back to this because it's so linked up. Like if you are this energy of, I need to go, I need to do this, this is important, I feel it in my heart of hearts, I need to do this. And your partner is saying, I'm unsure, then you might have to shed some light on them and say, okay, well, I got to do this. Please come with me. I love you. And they might say no. So be ready for that. And that might delay your joy and happiness, but it's still there. It's still right there. It's coming. And then in work, we have the Ace of Cups, the Initiate reversed, and then the Six of Swords reversed. So there's a new in career, and this could, once again, it's totally linked to everything that's going on. There's something new that's starting, and you're really excited about it, and it hits your heart in such a fabulous way. But there's some obstacles coming up. There are some things that you're just not sure about. It could be the location. It can be how to get there, who you're going to actually be working with. But that this is your job and this is like almost a calling to you, and that you need to see it through. But there's all this paperwork, there's all these people saying no, 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 all this red tape. Just keep cutting through all that red tape. Yeah. And so it might take you a while to actually get to the job. It might take you a while to get this career going, but you're going in the right direction, even though like it feels like, signs come in different ways. If you get a sign, sometimes it's warning you to slow down. Okay? Like I often, like people will be like, oh, it's such a sign. I'm like, yes, but listen to yourself and see what it is a sign of, because sometimes it's saying it's coming, but you just need to be patient, keep working at it. And sometimes that shows up with many, many obstacles because they want to see, Spirit wants to see if you're willing to work your butt off for it. If they're going to give you this golden, gorgeous joy, you're going to have to work for it. You have to earn it. And it's not just going to be given to you on a silver platter, okay? Or is it silver or golden platter? I don't know. I'll take either, right? So you're starting and it's right. You can feel it. You have it in your gut. You're getting guided by something greater than yourself to a very, very formidable connection. But there's just things that just keep popping up. And so keep slicing and dicing and doing them and cutting through it so you can get to here. Finances, so this is kind of conflicting in a way because it's on one hand it's saying that you're going to have to really fight for financial freedom, but and so okay, I get it, I got it. So you're going to have to fight for the impulse to go out and have a great time. Okay, you're gonna want to go celebrate, have fun, blow off some steam, go forward, spend lots of money, buy a house that's way too big, even just because you love it, do all kind of extravagant things that are just not a good idea right now. And so you're going to have to really just pull back as hard as it is, because if you do it, then, it's just not the right decision right now. And I think it could be in the future. I think it definitely will be something beneficial in a bit, just in a bit, just hold on to that dream, hold on to that want just a little bit longer. I'm getting February. February is a good time to maybe reevaluate that, go back to it and see. But if you do it right now, it's just going to cause a lot of turmoil financially for you. And it's not that you can't do it. You definitely can afford it, but it's just not going to help you out. It's going to delay everything just a little bit longer. So hold back on that impulse to buy something that is just a little bit out of your means, okay? Just hold back just a little bit. Okay. Look at that. Visualize success. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. I feel kind of like a damper for you. I'm like, okay, hold on. Don't spend all your money yet. Just wait for a minute. And like the angel card here is like saying, visualize it. Visualize having everything you need and want. And, and it will come out. It'll come for you. And so, I do actually feel like it absolutely links up to what I was just saying in a way, because I was saying, just hold back for just a minute, because more is to come. Don't blow it all right now, because you have to keep building and building and building. So the rest of the month is about choices, about ideas and things coming in for you to contemplate and decide on. So that's why that's really cool that we have the Wheel of Fortune here for you, and it was in the reverse. So you have all of these choices, and some of them I think are going to change your situation, change where you are right now in your life. So we do have the universe in the love sector. So I feel like if you're with your partner right now, you guys are in a really fabulous space, or you're starting to get to a fabulous space. Yeah, you could have been in a difficult time, and now all of a sudden things are starting to click and make sense. If you aren't seeing anyone, then this is the time to get out there, because you have this energy, this power that that just draws people into you, and so you're going to have a lot of choices between people you can date, people you can see, and so that will be really exciting for you. And I think for those who are searching, if you are actively searching and actively want to get out there and meet somebody for a long-term relationship, you could definitely do that in this time. So then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse at work. So this is, working really, really hard, but really getting no payoff and not seeing any benefit off of everything that you're doing. So, once again, though, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think it's that you need to change the way you're doing it. Maybe change, the road that you're trying to get to your destination on. So, and it could also be that maybe you just need a shift in jobs, because you're working yourself you're working way too hard. And then I think you're going to have some choices to make about it, like whether or not it's worthwhile for you. Maybe you should go find another job. Maybe you should start looking. Maybe you should, talk to your supervisor or your boss and say, hey, I feel like I'm working really hard and nothing is paying off. And maybe you guys can maneuver it in a different way that will make more sense to you. But it definitely is a card about working a ton, and that's it. What and why are you working? So you're going to have to think of the different choices that you have regarding that for your own self-care. Then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So this could definitely be a child, and you're just spending a lot of money on them, on frivolous things that you don't really need, but it's because they are being snippy and needy, and you just feel like the only way you can actually take care of it is by just spending money on them. So, and this is saying so the Seven of Wands and the Page of Cups in reverse is you're going to have to stand up for yourself in this regard. If you're spending money on somebody who you feel is really, really young, is somebody that you, it could be, somebody who is your same age, but just is immature, you're going to have to stand up for yourself. And it's going to be hard, but you have to do it. That's the only way that you're going to actually save your finances, is if you step up and say, no more. Okay? No, I'm not going to buy you another, I don't know, meal out, or I'm going to, if it's a child, then buy another Lego set or something like that. You have to, dig your heels in and stand up for what you know is right. Then we have the Queen of Wands in the health space. So Pisces, I feel like this is kind of a guide for you. The Queen of Wands is, is kind of magical in that she's just so much fun to be around, and she's funny and quirky and just the life of a party, and wants to bring everyone to a jovial space. And so with our health, I think, let's see, okay. So I think she's trying to get you out of this Nine of Wands situation. So we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So it's protecting yourself, looking out over the work that you have been doing. Look at that. See how it's linked there? And just being tired of what you see and what you do, and once again questioning where you are in your situation. And then the Queen of Wands comes in and says, hey, it's okay, it's all right, we got you. And health-wise, if you feel like there's something wrong, or if you feel like there's something off, then I would definitely go get it checked out, because maybe the Queen of Wands is actually your doctor, and saying, hey, you're going to be all right, even though you have some work to do. But this is kind of like, if you're tired for a reason. So definitely go get that checked out. You're working very close with this powerful archangel, who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. Let me read that again, since I was so choppy. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. I know another sign actually got the Archangel Michael too. So, if you're feeling not as strong as you would like to be at this point, Pisces, then yeah, this is a great time to ask help from Archangel Michael. He is super strong, super honest, and filled with dignity, and wants you to succeed. So, if you're feeling a little weak from too much work, because your body feels a little off and you're spending money on people that don't appreciate it, then, this is a time to ask for help with spirit. Okay. Luckily, it looks like you've got the world. You do have the world, the universe of love just blessing you. So that always makes all situations easier, is when you have somebody to love and who loves you. But it can still be a little overwhelming with some of these other situations. So just look to your spirit guides, and they will guide you.